Yeah, yellow light.
Tingle dipping
Dudes, I
poo.
feel like it's been a long time.
It has been a
I have
long
so much to
time.
tell you guys.
I
What has it been,
know.
like 10 days?
It's been
Longer than
10
Yeah,
that?
days. There's been a lot going on in our lives. I
too
went to
much if
go.
you ask.
I think so too. I went to go get coffee this morning. I forgot money. It seems like a just. I don't think I should have to spend money on coffee. It should be a basic human right. They should just give it to me because I'm white.
You're a commie.
I know.
Yeah.
I
You're a
know, and that's
pinko.
the real thing. I really only think the truth of the matter is that I only think the real only basic human right is like life itself. Nothing else is basic.
But if your coffee were free, then no one would be incentivized to make good coffee, and then your coffee
That's
would
true.
suck.
It would all suck.
And then you'd live in communist North Korea.
I don't know about that
Big
because,
Farm's
to be
trying to
honest with
say
you,
something.
I spend too much on coffee. Like the coffee I'm drinking right now is fucking $5. It's not worth $5. It's just the
What did they
closest
do to
Starbucks.
it? Is it filtered through civet monkeys or whatever they do? You know how
No,
they
and
have
it
monkeys?
like it doesn't taste good most of the time, but I need it and I don't have another option. So I just go in there and I grab it because I know that it works. But it's not like I enjoy every time I have it. So it's like if they gave free coffee, as long as it's fucking keeping me awake. Sometimes it tastes like diarrhea and sometimes it tastes delicious.
I had some really diarrhea coffee because when we went, I was at my mom's house this past weekend, and she loves the dehydrated stuff, the instant coffee,
Yeah.
and it doesn't taste very good. So I went out and got coffee for Amy and I, and the coffee I got tasted worse than the dehydrated coffee.
I like chewing on dehydrated coffee.
Ooh,
Just like
I
like
like
putting a
that.
fat lip of it and just sitting
I
there like spitting
I
out brew.
I have a buddy who was in the army, and he said that was when they were in Iraq. That's what they used to eat dehydrated coffee. Like you just pour it in your mouth.
Gross.
know.
Get
I'm
used
sure
to
there
it
were
though.
worse things to eat in Iraq than that.
Yeah,
Right? Like
totally.
giant wolf spiders or something.
Or like prisoner's ass.
That's in Cuba.
Guys, speaking of ass, so I was a little bit late to record this morning. I was on the platform in Union Square, and you know how like sometimes you can temper your fart, so you can make it come out slowly and quietly, but sometimes you just know they're going to be loud. This one was one of those that like squealed. It was like a little bit like,
Like a trumpet, like a.
yeah.
I know
It was
exactly
like,
what you mean. Yeah.
not that. It was a sweeter like,
Yeah, it was
it was like
a nicer timbre.
and I didn't know what to do because people definitely heard it, and all I did was like cross my legs and kind of like move back and forth. Like I don't know why that was my instinct to do that, but I'm on the platform, my legs are crossed, I'm kind of just mulling about a little bit because I was like, surely they can't think it's me.
I'm dancing.
Meanwhile,
Surely.
when someone farts, you instantly look for the fattest person around you, and you're like, that had to be that person.
Yeah, the person most dancing is definitely the person who farted.
The person with the boxiest body that has a little bit of rhythm.
I was rolling with a guy at jiu-jitsu class the other day who couldn't stop farting. Every time he would exert himself, he would fart, and he farted like 14 times in a row. And each time he would like mumble to like an awkward like "excuse me," but he couldn't stop.
I wish
I
you
would
had
not
left
have
out.
been able to grapple with that.
And he
man.
literally at one point like stopped and like went and like sat in the corner like
I
embarrassed.
just farted.
I honestly wish you had left out the words "in jiu-jitsu class" from that
Yeah.
story.
What, I was
You
just
know, I
rolling
was
with the dude.
grappling
Yeah.
with one of my coworkers. the
Just
other day.
rolling with this guy.
I was grappling with the guy on
Farting.
the street. We had just
Yeah.
come to grips, and he started farting.
I just
I tried to
farted.
be polite. Like I didn't like start waving my hand in front of my nose or start gagging.
Oh,
But sometimes those don't smell. Like I find
It didn't smell.
whenever-
It just was embarrassing
Yeah.
for him.
yeah.
Whenever I'm in a mall, I always have to fart. I just think it's the open space. I don't know what it is, but whenever I'm in a mall, I have to fart. And they never smell, but I'm like farting as I'm walking. It's just like part of the territory.
So here's
Yeah.
a question: why culturally are farts embarrassing?
I was
Why don't
just
we just like
wondering that.
rip ass? Like
Everybody does it.
Right.
I know, but it's because they smell. Like, I don't know.
But who's to say what is a good smell and what is a bad smell?
I mean,
Sometimes
there's
flowers
something
smell weird.
viscerally upsetting about somebody else's like rank fart. I mean,
No,
Why?
there's science to it.
There's fecal matter in it, is why it's gross.
No, but the thing is about farts, yours don't smell as bad as other people's. It's like the science of it. I'm serious.
So like you don't perceive your fart as smelling as bad as somebody else's?
Yeah, like you fart and you're like, oh, that smells like a fart, and you don't get grossed out by it. You're just kind of like, oh, I hope no one comes in here. But the
Sometimes my
second
farts
someone,
gross me out.
really?
Yeah, sometimes they smell like garbage. When
I
I'm like
have those
sick.
garbage ones, and I don't know what causes them, but sometimes they do smell like garbage.
I think it's eating too many vegetables.
I definitely don't eat vegetables, so for me, it has to be eating Nutella.
Oh,
Nutella's a
maybe,
vegetable.
maybe that's it.
Byron, that's one of the whitest things you've ever said.
Nutella? That's like so Italian. I'm so olive complexion right now on this podcast. Shout out to our Italian listener, Maria Marasco.
Oh, Moresco.
She sent me a text yesterday. She goes, I'm supposed to be working, but I just downloaded the last 2 podcast episodes. Can't wait to listen to them.
Oh my God, hooray.
Yeah.
One of our listeners, Armand Lazan, thinks we should do a brand read. He thinks we should redo our brand. Like he thinks we need a new logo and stuff.
Oh yeah, I like our logo.
I like our logo too. Maybe it's not the most professional having a little Down syndrome looking baby on there.
I don't know who is that baby. Oh wait, that's
I mean,
you.
Yeah, she looks like she's got the fetal alcohol syndrome.
No, it's that blue stain. It's like that pen stain that Mary had in her fucking purse. She
Totally.
had like an open blue Papermate pen.
Yeah, I was basically just her walking pen protector, her pocket protector. She's like,
So wait,
listen,
did we get on NPR?
Not
yes,
yet.
we're famous.
Did
Is
we?
that happening?
Yeah, we're famous right now.
All right, because I spent a lot of money, sort of.
Me too.
assuming
Me
that
too.
was happening.
Yeah.
Do you
also-
know the thing is, I think if Armand wants to take it upon himself to give us like a style consultation and kind of give us suggestions on how to revamp this, also if he would like to so kindly and graciously catalog our podcasts.
Yeah, that would be
We'd be
really
open
nice
to
if he
it.
would do that. Yeah. I don't think he will ever do that. We need to get Jen Savage on that game.
Yeah, we
Oh my
need an
God.
intern.
Yeah,
Actually, we just need someone who would like do some stuff.
right.
That's our problem. We don't do anything.
Nothing. I always come up with all these harebrained ideas, and I'm like, let's have a social media initiative, and then I like fall asleep and forget about what I was talking about in the
Guys.
first place.
Can I tell you guys how bad I am at my job? Just to point out how bad I am at everything, including this podcast. There was a woman that I worked with at my last job, and I never really told her that I was leaving. And so she sent an email introducing me to one of her former colleagues for like business advice or consultation or whatever. And she sent it to my old work address, so my old colleagues forwarded it to me. And so I finally connected with this woman. We exchanged a couple of emails, but we were trying to schedule a time to speak. And I had just started a new job, and there were gaps in between us responding and shit. So anyway, I finally responded to her. I said, hey, it's so nice to meet you. Sorry it took so long for me to respond. I'm no longer at that company. I started a new one. Let me know your availability for coffee, whatever. So she writes back, no worries. Nice to meet you. Let me know whenever there's a convenient time for you this week or next. Thanks so much for your time. So I responded a few days later, and I said, hey, so sorry for the delay in getting back to you. Let's set up time for a call. And then I said, I'm free tomorrow from 4 to 4:30. Would that work for you? She responds the next day and says, hello, Byram. I hope all is well. And it's okay to simply say you do not have time. So I got that email, and I was like, damn, like I don't even work with this woman. She's hitting me up, not even like clear on what she needs. And then because I only gave her one time, like one
Right.
slot, like to fucking talk to me like that, I was like really upset.
Fuck that bitch.
Yeah. So
Is there
I
any
go
reason
back.
that you should not feel that way? I mean, she seems stupid.
Well,
Oh no!
After I
I'm sorry,
Oh, the
man.
punchline.
Yeah.
Oh, God, I
After-
should have not said
After
anything.
I decided to ruin her life and like kill her dog and stuff, just
Right.
being so rude to me,
Right.
I go back and read my email to her, which I'll read to you guys. Hi, so sorry for the delay in getting back to you. Let's set up time for a call. I'm free tomorrow morning from 4 to 4:30. Would that work for you?
Oh, I see why that's funny.
Yeah. And so
I will set my alarm for 3:15, and we can talk from 3:15 to 3:20, but that's the only time I am available.
Then I'm going back to sleep.
Yeah,
You're gonna have
my
makeup on.
my instinct was, let me just say tomorrow morning, because mornings are generally better for me. And then I looked at my calendar and realized I had an early morning meeting, and like I didn't want to rush it for this. And so I never deleted morning, but I saw I was open from 4 to 4:30. So then she never responded to me.
Oh, you sound like such a dick in that email.
Such
I know.
a dick. Yeah, I'm totally free to meet with you.
I have
Why don't
plenty
we
of
just-
open time in the
Yeah.
middle of the night when I'm asleep.
Yeah, exactly.
I
Let's
sound
meet up
like
at 0
such a
dark
piece of shit.
30. Yeah. All right, I take
But I
back
did
all those mean words about
I
that
did
lady.
respond and say, "Oh wow, I'm so sorry for the oversight. I definitely meant afternoon." I said, "I'm getting over the flu, blah blah blah," and then she never responded. So I
Oh,
don't give a shit.
all right. I'll see you next Tuesday, lady.
I'm like, bitch, if you need me in the morning, I'm on the train platform. People are like, is a train coming? I'm like, no, nah.
Nah.
I had jalapeno poppers last night.
That's awesome.
I haven't even taken a sip of my coffee because it's like fucking molten ass lava.
Oh my god. I can't wait to go and get coffee again today. Oak,
Guys,
tell us about Oak had a crazy work trip this past
Yeah.
weekend.
You don't want to hear about that.
I mean, as long as I hope did anything dramatic happen or no.
No, not really.
Let's
I mean,
highlight the
I still don't
exchange.
understand what you do for a living, so.
Wait,
So I
can we
flew on
highlight
an
the exchange you
airplane.
guys had? I want to read this because it's one of the funniest emails I've ever read. Liz, 3 days ago, CIS tomorrow. Oak, sorry guys, I'm a mess right now. I'll make something happen this week. I was thoughtful and I said, I love you, Oak. You'll get through this. Liz goes, I had a dream you died in a plane crash last night. As long as that isn't true, we're cool. And Oak responds with, I have no idea if that happened. I'll ask me.
That was really funny.
It was an amazing exchange. And then Liz doesn't even fucking acknowledge it. What are our download stats as of late? What
I
are we doing
texted
on
Amy.
social? Can we pod tomorrow AM?
Right.
We're fucking rich.
No, I really did have a dream that Oak died in a plane crash, and it was really fucking sad. I didn't really know, like, it was really sad. And then I woke up to that morning, that email about him being a mess, and I was like, phew, at least he's not dead.
Amy had a dream that I was mean to her on a plane once, and I was in trouble for like a week.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were almost in trouble for dying in a plane crash. But it was weird because I woke up and there was that plane crash in the Alps. It was like I had the dream about the plane crash, and I woke up and a plane had actually crashed.
Wow,
Did you hear developments on the story? That guy, one of the pilots, was locked out of the cabin when the plane went down.
I did hear that. It sounds like a fraternity's prank or something.
Yeah. That's always something we would do as a joke, and then
Right.
a disaster would happen. We're like,
I'm the only person who knows how to ride this plane. Shit. Yeah. Fuck. I lost the
I always
key.
worry that I'm going to be the person that everyone turns to in a moment of disaster, and they're like, surely you know how to do this. I'm like, I'll make a tourniquet.
Yeah, you're like, what about my hair would lead you to suggest that I know how to do anything?
I can't wait till the pod is. Let me tell you guys how bad I am at my job.
Right.
So I thought it would be funny to lock the pilot out of the airplane. And he was banging the door, and
Right.
it was totally hilarious. But then
But I
we
didn't
smashed
wanna
on the
let-
side of a mountain and all died.
I didn't
Well,
want to let him in
I
because
do
I
hope
just
it's
trumpet
when I-
farted in there.
I do hope it when I start my next job as a kamikaze pilot.
Yeah.
That's what I'm signing up for.
I was telling Jen Savage about how I sent you my resume and you're going to be assisting me in finding new jobs. And
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, sent Byron my resume. I should be a rodeo clown within 2 weeks.
I actually.
I mean, you
I
would make a
wanted to
great
talk-
rodeo clown.
I know I would. I'm
I
ferocious.
think you would attract the ire of bulls everywhere.
I would. I'd be like, hey, girl.
I mean, you have the outfits for it already, so you should
I
just
know.
get into it.
I do dress like a, what do you call those, a matador?
You are very
I
matadorian.
am very matadorian.
I wanted to tell you guys about an event I went to last night, which I didn't want to go to, but wound up being like one of the best things I'd ever done. So there's a nonprofit called the Possibility Project, and they take at-risk teens, like kids who are abused or foster kids, or just I think you have to be between like 13 and 19 or whatever to participate. And what they do is they help them do plays regarding their own life stories. So these kids work as the casting directors, they cast each other, they write the scripts, and they perform. And I didn't know anything about this. A friend of mine sits on the board and was like, we were meeting for dinner, and she goes, let's just pop there. They're having like a cocktail hour. We'll learn more about it. So I go in there, and I'm just like fucking siphoning wine and eating bagel bites, and like, all right, this is cool, whatever.
They
And
had
then
bagel bites there?
Yeah.
That
I guess
sounds
Trader
awesome.
Joe's has bagel bites. They weren't as
Oh,
good
yeah.
as real bagel bites. Like I prefer real bagel bites.
Me too.
But I sat there and learned more about this organization, and then they turned one of their plays into a movie. And I was like, this has got to feel like our podcast. It's got to be like very homemade, like low res, whatever. It was so fucking well done, and it's all these kids' actual live stories, and they're performing them, and they're not necessarily acting their own story, but like they're writing together, and so I could be performing something from your history, right? The movie, just the trailer was about 3 minutes. It was fucking incredible. It's been nominated for all these awards.
What?
And there's so many ways to get involved. So I decided like I should get involved because it's, I do want to get into entertainment, and this is a pretty cool project, and you're mentoring kids from like all the boroughs who don't have a shot at life, and they might not necessarily want to go into entertainment, but they need some kind of like mentorship. And there's different ways to kind of like, it's kind of like be a mentor for them, but also to kind of just like create something really awesome while you're doing it. So it's not just like, hey, I'm your big brother, let's go out, because I don't know how to play basketball, so I'd probably be the worst big brother. I'm like, can I be a big sister? Can you guys bend the rules? I'm so much better at Barbie.
Can I be a kindly aunt? I'd rather just be a kindly aunt.
Kindly aunt is going to be one of my skills on LinkedIn. Can you look at that later?
I'm an
I'm
excellent
gonna go
kindly
endorse
aunt.
you for that right now.
Right.
Yeah, so it was a really cool fucking event. I was so happy I went there. And then they had these two kids who had started in the program, and one of the kids got so choked up. She was just like, I had a really, really difficult life. She's like, and this program has made all the difference. I'm in college now. She's like, I definitely did not see this future for myself. I made amazing friends. We made amazing projects together, and there's all this stuff that exists, from, stuff that I never really considered doing. And I was like, that's fucking cool, because aside from this podcast, I need something more creative to add
That is
while
cool.
yeah.
Are you gonna go try and work with them?
Well, they want people to help like promote and create awareness around it, so I can do that. But if you're interested at all, I think they are hiring like full-time
Oh, yeah.
people.
I'll totally send them my resume, or like send me the link that I can get in touch with them. That'd be cool.
Yeah, there's a few people, like one chick that works there, she had moved here from Nashville. She had gone to like grad school. She found herself in a job in New York that she fucking hated, and she called home and she was like, I can't work here. And the dad was like, well, life's too short for you to stay at a job you don't like. And so she literally went into work the next day, quit. One of her friends was like, hey, the building next door, there's this like cool organization. You should go in there and see if they could find something for you to do. And so she's been working there for a couple of years, and she said it's like the best thing she's ever done. So,
Awesome.
Byram, can you tweet this organization?
Yeah. What's it called again?
The Possibility Project.
The Possibility Project. Cool.
And then one of the like side things that like spun off of this is like a foster care program. It's just so fucking crazy. Like I never heard of this organization. They've been around for I think 14 years. The movie that they actually did based on a play that they had written and performed, it like was nominated for all these like independent festivals, and the girl who was the lead actress in it found out she was nominated for some film festival in Madrid, and she won the award. Like they flew her out to Madrid, and here's this girl from like Staten Island who like had no idea what she was doing, and she's now a fucking like award winner.
With the generous support of the Doris Duke. I guess Doris Duke was like the main money provider for them. I don't know what that means.
I don't know who Doris Duke is. Is she related to Daisy Duke?
I don't know.
I always remember hearing her name on like PBS. She was a PBS donor.
I think she was an old-timey somebody. Oh, sorry, Doris. I don't know you.
No, you're thinking of Helena Rubinstein on PBS. After every PBS show, like, this is brought to you by the Helena Rubinstein Foundation. No?
That's true. I don't know.
I think you're thinking of Doris Day.
Or maybe.
Or Patty Duke.
Mm-hmm.
You're confusing all your Doris.
Duke of Earl.
Yeah, Earl of Sandwich.
Earl of Sandwich. Sandwich. I am thinking about sandwiches pretty much all the time.
I'd love a sandwich right now.
Me too. Sandwiches are delicious.
What do you guys have as picks of the week?
Oh, that was a pick? That was a very like long range pick.
I know. I fucking talk too much. My stories are always like 45 minutes.
Okay, you should go first because mine is so good.
I have a pick. There's a different way to get food from the water. You can catch crabs also. My pick of the week
Oh, that's a good one.
is crabbing.
That's a really good one.
I love that.
Also, my pick of the week is when you go to the gym, fucking clean up after yourself.
Oh yeah.
Put your weights
We need a
away.
segment of fuck that. Is that what it is?
Wasn't it shut up?
No, it was fuck that. That's your segment is something. I think it's fuck that. So
No, I know what it is.
go on about gym cleanup. Fuck that.
It's right here. Shut the fuck up.
Oh, shut the fuck up. We really need to learn the name of our segments.
I mean, you just hear like a fair number of people complaining about how like the gym's so messy, there's fucking dumbbells lying around, or somebody should do something about this, or the gym staff should fucking clean it up. First of all, pick up after yourself. That's like the absolute minimum, is put things back where you found it. And then while you're at it, just grab something else. Like, you're there to fucking carry weights around, right? So fucking do that. I don't understand what the problem is. Like, you know, like, you can bench press. Well, you can also carry plates back to their racks and, like, put them away. So, like, in addition to your own shit, maybe pick up one thing. Like, just a little bit more than is the absolute bare minimum. And then if even, like, 10% of people did that, you'd have a great, nice fucking gym to work in.
Mm-hmm.
So just do it and shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up. I also think it's really funny when people crowd onto the elevator to go to the gym. There's a gym that I go to. It's like 2 floors up, and
Yes.
there's an elevator and then a set of stairs, and like everyone's fucking climbing and like clambering into the elevator, like squeezing themselves in there. And I'm like, guys,
To
are you
get
not
to the stair
to
climber.
get to the stair climber? I'm like, you have.
Jesus Christ,
got
pull
to
yourself
be
together. What
kidding
the
me.
fuck? Do you not see?
Are you looking at yourself right now? Are you seeing what's
You're a
happening?
Dilbert cartoon.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait, the best part is when they clamor to get in the elevator to go down.
Right.
Like, what the fuck are you doing?
Guys, walking
I don't even do
downstairs
that.
is fun.
The struggle
it's
is
actually
real.
kind of fun. Makes you feel alive.
It's the most athletic I get because I do this like little skip and like I can really get into going down. Going up I cannot.
Yeah, going up is really difficult. I've actually well, depending on the day, if I'm in like a hurry, I don't take escalators anyway. I always just take the stairs. Because one, I also have a very deep fear of escalators. You never know what's going to happen with them. I've seen too many like movies where the machines come to life. Like, what if an escalator came to life underneath me? That would be fucking terrifying.
You want to hear about a movie about escalators that I'm going to write?
Yes.
It's called Hunter College. Entire building is navigated by escalators. Like, it's from the bottom floor to like the 6th floor is just this like central floor of
I hate it.
escalators.
No.
Fucking without fail, almost every day they would be down because some asshole's flip flop was fucking jammed in there.
Right.
Like, got sucked into the escalator. Stop with the flip flops. They're
Yeah.
not fucking shoes. They're for the shower and the beach. Don't stop wearing flip flops around the city on the subway and on escalators. This is what happens.
Yeah, I mean, that's just my worst nightmare. Or getting strangled because my big scarf got caught into, like, the escalator thing. Like, what if I died that way? What if you had to tell Leah, your Auntie Bean died?
I wouldn't.
You're
I'd
kind
make something
Yeah,
up.
come up with a different story.
I'd say you were shot down over Laos in
That's
the Vietnam
much
War.
better. I really hope that if I ever die in an embarrassing way, tell her I was shot down over Laos.
Yeah.
No, he would just paste your picture over photos of Amelia Earhart. I mean, she was a wanderer.
She was
And
a
rather than
wanderer.
strangling
She
you,
set
your
off
scarf
one
would be
fateful
fluttering
day.
gloriously behind your biplane.
Yeah,
She went to go buy you candy.
Right.
Yeah, don't feel guilty.
yeah, she'll be back. She just went to go buy cigarettes.
Cigarettes and coffee, but she didn't have money, so
Right,
we
but
don't know where
so
it went.
she didn't come back, and then she just mooched coffee out of her roommate. Oh, is it my turn for the pick of the week? All right. I think I do the same pick every week, but I think this week it's going to be. I've only had time to watch one episode of television this week, but it was the scariest thing I've seen in a long time. Do you guys watch The Following?
No, I hear it's good though.
It's really so fucking ridiculous because it's like basically it's about serial killers and
Kevin Bacon's in it, right?
Kevin Bacon's in it, and he's like the police officer who like hunts these serial killers. But it's about all these like different like lineages of serial killers. There's like one original serial killer, and then he like sprouts off like different schools of serial killers. And like the whole premise is like serial killers learning to be serial killers. And there's always some point in the show where a killer is like on the fence about whether or not he's gonna like kill someone or she's gonna kill someone, and you're always rooting for the serial killer to kill the person because you want them to like achieve this like level of serial killerness. Anyway, it's ridiculous. But in the last episode, spoiler or whatever, I don't give a fuck. There's this one killer who basically he like paralyzes his victims, but they're alive and like awake, and then he breaks all their bones and makes it so they can like fit into like a 2 foot by 2 foot box, and the whole time they're like awake. Like I can't even imagine
dude.
anything so horrible. Can you
That's how they
imagine?
make veal.
Yeah, yeah. It's like human veal. And then they
Human
eventually
veal should be the name of this podcast episode.
Yeah, this is a good one, human veal.
Dude,
But yeah,
Wow.
so that is my pick of the week because between that and thinking that Oak died in a plane crash, I have had a very mentally stressful week.
So I actually can't watch stuff like that. Like I can't watch like the Saw movies or the Hostel movies, because the ones that are too violent, like gratuitously violent, like I'm fine with like a slasher film, but there's an Hostel movie where they try torturing this Asian woman and the guy rescues her, and the next time you see them, they're at the train station and her eye is hanging out from her socket. And like I can't see. Like I'll watch someone get stabbed or someone get shot, but that kind of stuff is just too much for me. It's where I draw the line.
Yeah, I don't know. It just like the idea, like, ugh. It just makes me realize there's so much stuff in my life. I think I'm like a tough, strong person because I like sometimes wake up early in the morning. But then I've just realized there's so many things that if anything like that ever happened to me, I don't know, like how would I mentally deal with the idea of like somebody telling me I'm about to...
My pick of the week is the podcast Dan Carlin's Hardcore History.
Oh yeah.
He has a series. I'm sure I've done this before. He has a series about World War I and like trench warfare.
Oh.
It's like beyond anything that you could even imagine for a horror movie. It's like so there's like shells raining down all over the like landscape of France. It's raining constantly, which turns the ground, everything into quicksand. And people are dying all over the place because they're getting stuck in the mud and they can't get out and nobody can get them out. And so as you're like marching by to where you're supposed to like, you know, set up your camp, whatever, there's just people stuck in the mud screaming and there's nothing anyone can do. And like the guys that are like the tougher ones are able to like mercy kill like other guys on their sides that are stuck in the mud because they can't be saved. And all they can do is just inhale mustard gas and scream.
Oh my God.
It's fucking unbelievable. And that's just like one thing. Like just this whole, and this is actually what happened to like millions of people.
Millions of people. Like, does it make you feel like our generation is such fucking pussies? That,
Well,
like,
I don't care. I just feel lucky that like if I never have to go through anything like that, like
I know, knock on wood.
Yeah.
But like, yeah. I guess I just am like, I feel like a pussy. That like I've never been ever put in any sort of like situation like that ever.
Dude,
I mean,
just count your lucky stars.
I know.
I'm cool with like being a pussy or whatever. I don't
Right.
care. I just, you know, whatever. I don't need to be like tested or like prove my mettle against like the worst things that humanity has ever suffered. Like I'm just happy to like live in civilization and have things like not be horrible agony and death.
Yeah.
Did you guys ever read the story, the book, The Things They Carried?
Yes, actually.
You know that one...
Like, bringing caskets, they're bringing like a dead person back to their like house, right? To like home. Is that right?
I don't remember. No, it's about the war.
Oh.
Let me see. I'm gonna look it up right now. Oh, it's about a platoon of American soldiers in the Vietnam War.
Oh.
Anyway, I remember reading it in high school, and one of the things that stuck out was there were a bunch of soldiers, and they were attacked, and one of the soldiers was blown up by a grenade. And this is a memoir, so there's, you know, I want to say like every story, and it's true because it's a collection of short stories. One of the guys was like Lieutenant Lemon, and he exploded, and so there were pieces of him everywhere. And to give him like a dignified like burial, they had to pick his body parts off the tree, and someone made a comment that it was like a lemon tree. And I remember reading that and being so fucking scarred by it. And I don't even remember anything else about the book, but I remember Lemon Tree.
Lemon
I looked
Tree.
up the things they carried by Tim O'Brien. That's my second pick of the week.
Nice.
Wow, it was published in 1990, so it was relatively new when I read it. Because I was in high school in like the 70s, I think. I'm so fucking old.
There we go. The race riots.
You know, kids starting college in September were born in 1997.
Dude, I checked somebody's ID for drinking the other day, and it was like 1994 or something. And I'm like, what the fuck is happening right now? It's like 1994. I was
That is
like
insane.
doing so many things in 1994. My boss at work is 22 years old, so I was
Her
11
grandmother.
born. I was 11 when she was. I was like, I was 2 years away from being in the workforce. I was like 2, 3 years away from being in the workforce, and she's like making rules that I'm supposed to follow, and I'm like, you're a fucking idiot.
That's the worst.
I know.
Dudes. All right, you guys, I gotta punch out and get into the office, which means facing the
Just
other monitor.
Sit right there.
All right, guys, good pod. Excited about this. Excited to tell Jen Savage I want to exist because every morning I get a chat out of nowhere. Pod?
I know.
The pod,
What?
the pod
Say yes.
cometh. I'll get it up. I'll get it up on the iTunes and the Stitcher as soon as I can.
Yay! Hooray!
All right, I love you guys.
Hooray.
We'll try to get
Love you
back on
guys.
our regular Tuesday or Wednesday schedule.
On a Tuesday.
Awesome.
All right,
Bye.
kids.
All right, guys. Ciao, ciao.